What's going on, everybody? We just started. We just started this live. I I got a little heater on. I don't know if you can see it there. What's going on, Andres? There's somebody from Croatia, which Croatia is near Cyprus, right? Yeah, I started going live. I I didn't go live like in the last week, but I went today. I went. I've been going live like the last 2 days, and I'm gonna be going live. Yeah, I missed you too, man. I missed you too. Yeah, I haven't been going live though, so I just I've been trying to focus on some things here, get some things together. But yeah, I'll be going live like every at least I'm gonna try going I'm gonna try going live like every morning. They were slow on training. Well, that just means you need to go. God has another opportunity for you. That's what it means. God has a better opportunity. Starbucks wasn't meant for you, Andreas. What's going on? If anyone has any questions about reality, about spirituality, let's talk about it. Idian, Tariq, Tariq, Ali. I don't know how to say that. Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite emoji. Is the little whale. I love that emoji. We just started this live. Okay, you're gonna be banned from my channel permanently for spamming it, and that really sucks because I have the best channel out there. How are you? I'm pretty good. I just woke up. I did my meditation, and then I ate something because I was hungry. We just started this live a couple minutes ago. They fired you from Starbucks. Well, why were your parents yelling at you? What's going on, edit man? Biggest mustache I've ever seen. Hold on, let me turn up the brightness on my phone. Probably better. It's a pretty big mustache. I'm I'm in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania. All the way from South Africa. What's going on, Rodrigo? I told you that I'll be back. I told you that I'll be back. We were live last night, and we were live yesterday morning, and the day before that. But other than that, I haven't been live. Where are you streaming from? Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, East Coast, United States. Well, I'm glad you're driving a Mercedes now. If anyone has any spiritual questions, any questions about reality, we can discuss them. It can be about religion too. Overspeed, do you get like winter? Do you get like winter in South Africa? I've never heard anyone talk about how cold it gets. Yeah, the mustache. We've already had like multiple comments on the mustache. There's a reason I grew out all my hair, but I'll never tell it until I'm famous. Well, I'll tell it like in a big audience when someone asks in person. Yeah, but does it get like cold there? I guess if there's no snow, probably not. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll probably be in here for like a nice hour. I don't know. Does anyone know anything about before we really get in? Does anyone know anything about like copyrights? Because I was playing like some music that wasn't mine during the live, and of course you can do that, but they keep saying that if I try to monetize that, which I guess to some degree it already is, they say I can't monetize it or I have to appeal it because it's someone else's music and they they say it's copyrighted, but is it really copyrighted? Can't play music on YouTube on your videos. Okay. But but the thing is, thanks for answering that. But the thing is, I've seen like there's this one woman. I mean, she has 10 million subscribers, and she does like workouts, but she'll play like she'll play like famous pop music. So either she's not monetizing that video, which she does it for most of her videos. I haven't watched her, but I don't know how she would get away with that unless she's just not getting paid for that. Hmm. Don't forget it located in between Indian and Atlantic Oceans. Yeah. The temperature get below 0. Wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, I like the changing of the seasons. This is my favorite time of the year. I guess it's fall. They call it fall, but it definitely gets colder, and then it gets even colder in winter. But I love the seasons. I don't like when it's like way too hot. When it's way too hot. South Africa is the nearest country to South Pole. I didn't know that. Yeah. You can't make profit off of someone else's music or creation. But what if I have my own music? What about if I use my own music? Do you know the answer to that one? Thanks for clearing that up though, because I didn't know at all. Yeah. The thing is what can be unburdened but what has been? I don't know. That sounds something like ancient. That sounds like something like in the Bible. Way too hot in my country, Middle East. I didn't know South. Yeah, I guess wouldn't wouldn't South America, like South America, wouldn't that be the closest to the South Pole? But if you don't know the map that we see of the world, it's not the right map. I know that. So the map that we see in the US and probably around the world, that's not how it is. Yeah, because on the world maps, they always make the United States like it's propaganda. They always make the United States huge. But obviously, it's not as big as they say it is. Yeah, that's yeah. Have you ever tried playing music? Well, the thing is, I just started playing. I was just playing like meditation music in the background. I just started doing it. And they kept saying, like, I guess I was making money off the live streams, like, just from. Or they were showing me what I could be making, which I I didn't even know about it. But then they were saying like, oh, since I was playing that music, I can't. That meditation music I was playing right off of YouTube. That's why I was asking about it. South America and South Africa could be at the same. Yeah, yeah, they definitely could be. They definitely could be. Like, I I don't promote smoking, but I might be smoking on live today. Why is she like the wind through my tree? 80s bush or clean shave? Listen, James Day, that's a great question. I do not like clean shaves. I love, but most women don't have it. I love a bush. There's something about a bush that's super attractive. So I'm going with the 80s bush. Yeah, I don't, I'm not a fan of the clean shaves. There's, yeah. I don't even know why women shave that. I don't know what's attractive about it, but it just is. In fact, yeah, like even all the, the sex on the internet, the women always have a clean shave. Well, I don't watch it anymore, but that's propaganda. That's propaganda. They're always throwing propaganda down our throat. Everyone, all the celebrities, all the magazines, they're always trying to perpetuate how someone should look. They do that because usually, they edit it in the way that they edit it. You can't even, it's impossible to even look like that. No one's going to look like that. So they plant it in your mind that you're jealous or you want to look like that, but it's impossible. So they do that on purpose. It's messing with you like psychologically. That's why we shouldn't even pay attention to like most celebrities. They're they're just normal people, and it's all blown out of proportion all the time. Yeah, yeah. I love a bush. It's so hard to find. Yeah, I am talking about the ganja. I'm talking about the ganja. 7 o'clock on the dot. They get in the way during sex. What's going on, New Vision? It gets in the way during sex. Well, I haven't had too many experiences with it, but obviously, yeah, if you're trying to like lick it, yeah, but like that's part of the game. Yeah. Yeah, I just moved to this new location, so it's kind of like a mess. They better keep it clean though. Yeah, I mean, no one wants anything like dirty. Like no one really likes dirty like stuff. Scotland's national animal is the unicorn. If it is, that's crazy. Smoke weed better than the doctor can give. Yeah, yeah. I've never smoked on stream before. I don't even know if you can, but I probably will. I got something in this jar. I think I did. I don't I don't promote smoking. Plus my body's messed up. So are you even are you even allowed to smoke on stream? Johnny P asked if I'm from the States. Yeah, I'm from the States, mate. I'm from the East Coast of the United States. East Coast, Atlantic Ocean. I live right next to the Washington D.C. Right, and I stay in between Washington D.C., which is the capital of America, Congress, and I stay between New York City, the biggest city, one of the biggest cities in the world, New York City, and I stay in between that and Washington D.C. So pretty unique area that I stay at. Yeah, yeah, I guess you're right. This is mid Miss West, mid West, mid Miss West. It's a tongue twister. Yeah, we have a guy that comes in here, Mr. Martinez. Mr. Martinez is from Illinois, but he doesn't. He usually comes on at night. Mr. Martinez. I think he's from Illinois, though. Yeah. The only reason that I even smoke, I thought I might smoke, because my body's messed up. No. Again, I don't promote smoking. I don't have a lighter up here. Yeah, that's funny. Well, that's funny that you brought that up, Rodrigo. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. This lighter. I don't think I have a lighter. You're trying to escape with crypto? Yeah, I mean, if you really get into crypto and you have a little bit of money to mess around with, you can like you just have to really be into it. Yeah, there's so many ways to make money. People don't understand that. But but yeah, there's so many ways to make money. Crypto, you can make a bunch of money. You have to really want to do it. Yeah, like I said, this slider is not gonna work. You wish you knew more about it. Well, that's the thing is like there's people out there like that have you have to find the right person. Any of the people. If they talk about crypto all the time, don't follow those people. You have to get somebody who does other stuff but knows about crypto. because those people are genuine. Basically, I don't know where my lighter is at. Yeah, like this lighter, there's nothing in here. Let's see if we can get something. There you go. See, I wish what YouTube should do, they should make the comments like way bigger text. I never inhale the first hit. But they should make the text and the profile picture like way bigger. It's like so like small. Like yeah. Yeah, but the thing about crypto is like it it like sometimes it goes like up and down like really quick. So like I got like thousands of dollars off of crypto with Dogecoin. Did you hear about like Dogecoin? But I didn't lose money, but I lost some of my profit because I thought it was going to keep going up with Dogecoin. The thing is though, if you follow your heart, God will give you so many blessings. He will give you anything that you need. If you follow your heart and if you have faith in God, he'll give you anything. Smoking back at you. Are there Let me guess, you sell crypto. It would be funny as hell if I did sell crypto. No, I was in the stonks. Like when GameStop was going up, when all that controversy happened with GameStop, that's when I got into it. And then I made my money off of Dogecoin, and I might have made some off of like your Ethereum or Ethereum, whatever it's called. Your Ethereum, when it back like this was like couple years ago. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. They try to pull you into getting money. Yeah. I want to talk about bears, but since we're talking about money, I want to tell you guys something about money. Any rich person, how they get their money, and anybody that becomes rich, unless they're it doesn't matter, because most of the world is poor. Most of the world lives in poverty. It's a fact. So any person that has any person that has any business, anybody that's getting money, they have to take money off of poor people. It's the only way to make money in a business. So basically, everything is a pyramid scheme. It doesn't matter if I'm selling clothes. It doesn't matter if I'm selling food. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I have a program, it's the exercise program. Because I have to get clientele. And I have to take money, for my business to be successful, I have to take money off of other people. To some degree, all money is a scam. Yeah. So if you want to make money in the world, you have to take money off other people. It's and again, most people are poor. So your clientele, your reach is always going to be poor people, unfortunately. So if we have any more questions about the money and how to start a business, we can talk about that. But listen, I'm trying to quit my slave job. Yeah, bro, that's you're thinking, man. You're thinking. Anybody that wants to like get out of their job, that means they're actually thinking. Most people, they don't think for themselves, or they just don't care and they settle. Most people are settling. It's so easy to like get money. It really is. Especially with the internet. We are going to talk about bears in a second. Yeah. I quit my yeah, but quitting your slave job, I listen, not to go off topic, but I am going to be making a Patreon. I'm not doing it for money. One of the main reasons I'm doing it is because I have too many videos. So and they're too much for YouTube. Just too much. So I'm gonna put these on Patreon. Really good videos. And it's only gonna be like $20 a month. But majority of my stuff is still on YouTube for free. I've released like so many videos. But $20 a month, and I'm gonna have the Patreon. I'm probably gonna upload that today because I have too many videos for YouTube. I have so many videos for YouTube that like sometimes I'm like I don't want to shoot videos because I have so many. I usually have months ahead. I do. But back to quitting your slave job. Yeah, we we want freedom. The world's going to be changing, and people are going to be realizing that we don't need to do these jobs, but only the people who use their will. Anything in this life, that's the problem. The number one problem in the world. But people are not using their willpower. People lost their will. But Rodrigo and somebody else, they both had a R, were asking about bears. And I do stay in a bear area. Other than the zoo, I've never seen a bear in person. No, never seen a bear in person. A wild bear? No. They do stay around me, like for sure, because I basically do stay in the mountains. Now, I will say this, bears are my favorite animal. I don't know. Bears are my favorite animal. Well, in about like 2 weeks or something, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be at my friend's, and my friend basically in the stays in the wild. So I will be living in the wild. I will have crazy scenes, and uh, I'll have a lot of new scenery for my videos. And then I'll have someone in my videos too. And there are bears down there. Like there's bears like right around there. Yeah. I'm living in hell. They will trap you, yeah. Stoic. Yeah, I mean, I got into Dogecoin when it was super cheap. Yeah, that's the thing about like if you're talking about Reddit, they think like everything's gonna blow the fuck up in Reddit. Like they're with everything in Reddit. The thing is like what some of those people aren't telling you is some of them, a few of them are super rich. So like it's not a big deal for them to put money somewhere and just leave it there forever. Yeah, okay, that's kind of easy to do. Wow, big risk, you know. It's the devil that give you anything you want. Yeah, I agree, Stoic. I agree. That's because like we basically this life we basically have to fulfill all our desires. That's why we're here. Then once all the desires go out, so the things we want, then we look for something else, and then we come to the conclusion of God, and we look, instead of looking externally, like outside, we end up looking inside after we chase everything. That means anything. And so, you're right, Stoic. Then God gives us what we need. Always what happened to Wolverine's brother. Yeah. The jokes never end. Or I've been I'm not even. People have been saying all type of stuff. Do I go far into the woods? Well, do I have a business? I like I said, I'm gonna be starting a Patreon. I'm gonna also, my YouTube channel's monetized or about to be. I also get donations from here. I will be selling apparel soon, so clothes, hand, high quality, like natural clothing. I'll be selling. I have books I'm about to release. Books I'm about to release. I also just hit the lottery. Yeah. And more, and it's just God's blessing though. Prove it's real and shave it. But do I go far into the woods? Yeah, but like they're not like the wild woods where I'm just like exploring by myself, like hiking trails. Hiking trails that are like I would like to though for sure. But more so like hiking trails that are like more difficult. And there's usually not like predatory animals like bears, wolves. There's just too many people around. But I love the woods, and like I said, in a week or two I will be there. I do like lions, but to be honest, I think a bear would beat a lion. But it's not to say like a lion could beat a bear some days. But I don't, there's something about a bear, like, bears are just so big. Books about what, Ruby? I actually wrote a health book that's finished, just needs released. I actually forgot about it, but I was looking at some of the stuff that I wrote down the other day because we were talking about it. A health book, but you have to understand me before you even look at my books. If you don't know me, then I wouldn't want you to even buy my book. And it would be super. First of all, I'm not really trying to make money. I have so many videos out for free. More so, I like stuff that's straight to the point. That's my, like, the whole point of my channel is because I am sick of everyone's bullshit in the world. So I have a health book, and it's just like a short one. The best health book. The thing is, I come out with the best material when I come out with something. A health book. I have a children's book. You can think like the next Dr. Seuss, the new era of Dr. Seuss. So I have a children's book that's already written. I have a couple, but I need illustrations. Yeah. So those, I have some other stuff in the works, but those are some of the things. So and the children's is like a series. The one book that I read, it was called The Hungry Hobbit. The Hungry Hobbit. I read it. I actually read it was only one page, but it's poetry and, like I said, Cat in the Hat. I read it on the live. There was only a couple people in here that 2 nights ago. I'm probably going to give that The Hungry Hobbit for children for free. But it can also works for adults. I made it so yeah, it can be read to children, but I also made the adults get a kick out of it. Yeah, the lottery. Yeah, for a decent amount. Bears look wise. Yeah, yeah, I agree. A bear is my favorite animal, and they definitely look wise. Nah, quit playing. You ain't wearing the same exact jacket. Mr. Martinis, we were just talking about you. Because there's someone in here that was just in here. He's from the Midwest, or maybe it was a he. And I said, yeah, Mr. Martinis, he is from Illinois. The mid. I know you're from the Midwest. But yeah, but here you are. $40 Marshalls. I don't know if I was at Marshalls, but I think I feel like I got this at Walmart. I don't know, but we've been talking about this jacket like for a couple days now. I guess because it's colder and I'm wearing it, but I don't know if this was $40. I think you might have paid a little bit more for yours because I remember mine was cheap. Yeah, Wally World. My friend used to work overnight at Wally World, and he was a character himself. So I can only imagine what like Wally World at night. Yeah, yeah. Illinois is correct. My ears were burning. What were they burning from? Yeah, the great full dead griffin. They make a black one too? Yeah. I wish I knew if I got this at Marshall's. But see, when I get clothes, if I get any jacket, I would like even shirts, I guess, but jackets I always want a hoodie. And whatever clothing that I get that has pockets, I need to have zippers or they need to close. They need to close. I don't like having pockets that never close. That is what like the reason why I want to make my own apparel. One because I have great simple designs. Two, and it's coming really soon. I can tell you because I've been talking about it. Two, I've had the logo for years, for 8 9 years. I already have the logo. I already know. Two, the clothes. I always have a problem with other people's clothes. It's like the pockets don't have zippers. Uh, it doesn't have a hood. Simple things. But I'm gonna put all that into my clothes. He said trust me, it was 34.99. Dang, that's funny. That's super funny. But yeah, the clothes, yeah. I'm gonna be doing that like so soon. I don't like wearing clothes when it's really hot out, but I do like having clothes. I like the feeling of clothes, especially like in the winter. I like wearing clothes. In the summer when it's hot as hell, I would run around butt naked. And I love when the sun hits all of your body. Yeah. I didn't know they made a black one. My ears we burning. Yeah, I thought you were like saying like before you came into the live, your ears were like on fire basically. I don't know. But now I get it. Yeah, I get it. That's probably like a Midwest term. Yeah, I don't remember paying 34.99. Yeah. I just don't remember spending that much. Maybe it was on a deal. Like now I don't promote smoking, but today, because my body's messed up. I was smoking a little. And we're about 50 minutes into this live. Yeah. Basically, the truth between me and you guys, me and you, I'm at a point that I see things before they happen. It's just herbs. How you been, Stoic? I haven't heard from you. Then stop smoking. What made you say that, Mr. Martinis? Yeah. Yeah, but I don't. Yeah. I don't really smoke though. And I'm not a promoter of it, but I'm not against it. The truth between me, you, and the fence post. Like, I know about the story of Tom Sawyer. Who in here knows about the story of Tom Sawyer? Say yeah. This lighter's gone. Well, Mr. Martinez, you just seen something in the future. You said, "Oh yeah, the smoke on your ears," and then you came into the live. I only said two things about you, but the other one was that you usually come on at night, and then boom, you were here. Yeah. But you know, so like, I'll tell you guys another one, but you can't tell nobody. There's also a wind, so the lighter fluid is not staying. For instance, I've never. Here. I keep seeing motorbikes. Like, and not only that, but the interest. Not only are people around me riding motorbikes more, a couple months ago, I I became interested. It became into my fruition bikes. Not like the Harley Davidson that are huge. I like kind of like I see like a smaller one. Just a small one for me. Kind of like a dirt bike. And I know, plus my friend has one, and that person loves to ride them. They love to ride them, and I'm gonna be with them in a few weeks. So I became interested. I was actually thinking about buying a motorbike. I never rode one before, guys. So I know I'm gonna be on a motorbike soon. I'm gonna have one. Yeah, we'll see about that though. I know I know I'm gonna be on a motorbike. Like, there's no doubt about it. That's something that I've seen. To see the future, see your mind's eye. Yeah, 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 yeah. You can. The thing is, you can see into the future at will. It's hard to do though. It's not. Not necessarily. But for average people, yeah. But usually, you just see into the future just by almost randomness. But I'll say this: you can also get like premonitions because I can tell you guys another. I don't know if I'll say it right now. But you can also get like premonitions. Like everything's connected. So God is always trying to. The future is showing itself in front of you all the time. Because once we even get to the future, it becomes the present. So technically, the future is in the present. Because it's just there. But you'll get signs that something's going to happen in the future. It's always there. But for instance, did you ever, everyone's had this. You get a feeling in your stomach, which is your intuition. It tells you, hey, something's about to happen. Leave this place now. But it's just a feeling. Most people don't listen to that. So then it will be in the atmosphere. Not only will it be in your stomach, it will be daunting over you. That could be God, or that could be angels warning you something is going to happen. You need to do something. So we've all had that feeling of what's going to happen in the future. Yeah. When you have the money, you already have the motorbike. Yeah, yeah. But tomorrow, a friend could gift me a motorbike. I could find a lost motorbike on the highway. So it's not necessarily, you can get it from any angle. People always say, like, oh, I need to start a business or get a job. Yeah, that's one way to get money. You could go, I don't promote this, but you could go steal and get a bunch of money. You could have a friend. You could set an idea in your head. I'm going to go become friends with a really rich guy or a female. A female, you could marry them or become lovers. A guy, you can be like, I'm going to get a rich friend, and then he gives you money. There's many ways to be getting money. What do you mean, like consequences? I don't know what you mean. Our one only true friend is God. He's the best friend. He never judges us. He's always in joy. And he always has love. He always has love. There is no better relationship. Our greatest relationship should be with God. What do you mean top five, Colin? Top five of what? Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about like jail and arrest for like stealing, yeah. I was just saying there's so many ways to get money. Crypto, someone giving you money, starting a business, finding money. When we keep open, open tension, then we have the most possibilities, which are all possibilities. It's an epic mustache, thanks. It grew by itself. I didn't do it. Mr. Martinis. Hold on. I want everyone in here, in it, and everyone around the world, my blessings. Thanks everyone for coming in here. About 6 months ago, I was paying in the drive-thru. All the numbers were the same. This receipt. Yeah, that's that synchronicity. That's crazy. Yeah. If you really start paying it, honing in on the numbers, like my numbers, I see it all the time. Yeah, I don't know. I just know when numbers look the same. I don't know number numerology. I've never gotten into that. Yeah, Joe Poe, yeah. I, I like. I see you got the yin and the yang. I love the yin and the yang. Do you know? Uh, I said it before, but do you know what the yin and yang stand for? The eye, the eye that's in each one of the fish. It actually stands for something. I've been called a wizard, Gandalf, Sasquatch, and many more. Many more. The mind, body, soul, who is the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Yeah, Stoic. I swear, every live stream that I go, we just get deeper and deeper. Like the rocks in the Grand Canyon. I become so much more when I go live. I don't know what Jack Links. I don't know what Jack Links is. I appreciate that, Mr. Martinis. I actually, being called a wizard, I like that one. I like that one. Some, literally days ago, my neighbor asked me if, because he said I look like I'm Hindu. He asked me if I was Hindu. Okay. So, I guess he's new though, so. See, that's something, Joe, Google, I could get behind sponsoring beef jerky. I would do that because that's something I stand behind. Yeah, well, it was some like white older guy. So obviously just he's like, I'm not racist. I was like, yeah, I didn't think you were a racist. Yeah, the synchronization of sequences happens all the time. You never you never gave it much thought till that point. What are you talking about, Crypto Shark? Thoughts about what? Yeah, the universe is always it has everything so synced up. We can't. It's too hard for our minds to even fathom it. That's why. Yeah. Have you been called Jesus? Yeah, I was just called Jesus like the other day, but it's not that often. When I was younger, no one answered the question except Stoic. The yin and the yang, the reason that there's an eye in each fish, what it's supposed to represent is the light and the dark. But even in the light, you can go back to the dark. And even in the dark, the darkest, there's a little bit of light. All right, Crypto Shark. Listen, man, I'm telling you, you already have it. You already know. You can change your life and do whatever you want. No, I haven't had diarrhea this week. I wish I had diarrhea because it's been quite the opposite, buddy. Yeah, I know you were just joking. I take everything as a joke. I don't like when people spam my comment section. They'll be banned forever. They'll be banned forever. That's what I meant to say about the eye and the yin and the yang. Even the darkest person, which is the black spot of the yin, yang, has a little bit of light, which is God. Even the brightest person can fall back to darkness. Yeah. Wario. That's a good one. I don't think anyone's ever called me that before. I mean, I guess I'll stay on the stream until it dies down. If I have to stay on this bitch till tomorrow, sorry for swearing, then I'm gonna stay on here till tomorrow. I might have to get a drink. But we've been in here for some time already. Did you know if quantum entanglement? Yeah, yeah, it's probably I didn't know that. Striga or revolution or Striga evolution. I don't know what that means. But no, I didn't know that. The yin yang symbol. How long does it take to do it? My mustache? I mean, I've been growing out all my hair for about probably 2 years. 2 years. The coloring's kind of messed up on here because I'm not outside. I might go outside. I would have thanked everyone for coming in here. When we stop seeking to answer the questions in our minds and we just let ourselves in quiet observation. Yeah, Joe Poe, you're exactly right. That's basically enlightenment. Yeah. Well, I think once your hair gets like pretty long, it doesn't grow as fast. Like if you cut it all off, it will grow faster, but then it's gonna stall. Yeah. Run in my coffee, rum in my coffee, Joe Poe. Where are you from, Joe Poe? And have you been subscribed to my channel? And I just want to know if you were a subscriber. I got some chocolate milk, matey. Some of the finest in the lands. No, this is actually raw milk. I freaking love raw milk. I was just wondering because you were like talking like spiritual stuff, and sometimes I just want to know like how many subscribers. I just been doing a recent poll. Sometimes I do those. I never want to make. I don't want to like tell people, hey, you gotta subscribe. You gotta like the video. I never say that. But yeah, I appreciate that. I really appreciate this milk. I appreciate all the people God's been putting in my life. Everything in our life is to make us better. If you really want to know how to F up the matrix, you just always gotta friggin' think better. One up the matrix. You don't think you have any money? Think about money all the fucking time. Until you freaking get that money. Because then eventually it won't be, oh, I think I have money. It's going to be, I have the money right here. Which, to some degree, you already do. That's when people talk about, like, law of attraction. Yeah. But everything is happening in our favor. Because basically, if I had to sum it up, everything in the world wants to make you suffer. Until you go and make an attempt and find yourself, or you look for God. Literally, the whole world is gonna fuck you. Because everything's gonna let you down eventually. Because it's never as we think it is. Because real reality, is a non-thinking reality. We can feel beyond touching. We can feel in the field. Our existence is a feeling. Someone was talking about the word with God earlier, Mr. Martinez. There was just a lot of comments. The word with God, it's a word, but it's a vibration. Everything comes from sound, but vibration. Even light is a vibration length. Yeah. The people, I've said this yesterday, the world is not for you. Everything externally is just a gimmick. God made it that way because God likes to play games. So, God is a part of you. Yeah. So, everything's going to let you down because it's meant to. It's meant to. Even if it gets you really elated and high for super long, like rich people. That's why rich people are rich. People like Elon Musk and Jeffrey Bezos, the guy who owns Amazon, they have a curse. they're not happy. Their mind is always fucking them. All the time. Oh, it's actually funny. So, being super rich or being born or super rich, it's not a good thing. I'm not saying there's not some people out there who have a great life and are happy and are super rich. Most people that are rich are not. Because it's all a test. Nothing in this world matters until we search for God. Until we look inside of ourselves and find the true feeling. They should have cast him as Eggman if Jim had retired. But that's funny, your name's Supersonic. Well, the thing is you can grow a mustache like this. Yeah, sounds like Florida or a swamp. Yeah, we can live way longer than 80. Some of us are only here for a short time. Yeah. God is the mediator. When we find God, or when we are in devotion, that's another way. When we're devoted for humanity and the service of God, we're always happy. We're always in balance. God is the best feeling in the world. This is why we build an external world, so we could just come back to Him and realize all the highs, the lows, the drugs, the sex. None of this stuff even comes close to our true innate feeling. The feeling of God. Everybody goes eventually. The whole afterlife, I'm gonna tell you something, Deuce. I'm only gonna say this once. The whole afterlife is a lie. If you find God in this life like we're supposed to do, it is the main goal. Everything else is a side quest. I need to make that a YouTube short or something. When we find God in this life, we are already with the afterlife. Finding God is there is the afterlife, but then there's God. If we experience God here, we don't go to an afterlife. We go straight with God. The afterlife is for people that committed sins and didn't clear up their karma. Yes, most people go to the afterlife, and it is a grand place. It's better, you could say, than here, because you haven't found yourself here. Finding ourselves here is better than the afterlife. There is no afterlife. Really, like this is the afterlife. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The church, sometimes they say like they want to scare you. They say, "Oh, we came from a big bang, the Big Bang," and I heard someone talking about that yesterday. And they also say that, "Oh, nothing happens when you die. You're not reincarnated." First of all, they took stuff out of the Bible, information that was useful. Also, they say you just die sometimes, which is true. Some of it is true, but not the way they say it. And they aren't explaining it. That's the thing about the Bible. It's not. They're, people aren't explaining stuff good. That's why I'm here. You recently lost someone. Well, dudes, you can talk to that person anytime. We can always talk to God too. It's okay. I'm fine with anybody that disagrees with the afterlife. I'm fine with anybody that disagrees with me. I respect that, actually. I respect people's disagreements. When I think about my personal relationship with the source of love and light, I'm reminded of the term ragamuffin, a beggar at the doorstep of divinity. I might use that as a maybe of a title of a poem or a YouTube video. When you die, the next life comes in. Yeah. That's why they always have the snake eating itself. As soon as stuff dies, it comes alive in another dimension, back to source. And when we die from heaven, they mixed, listen, the church mixed up life and death. We die when we leave heaven. We live when we die on earth. Yeah, how crazy is that? But the snake that we always seen, it's very symbolic because the snake does die. It's eating itself. It's dying, but it's living. We live and we die. At the end of death, we break free of the body. And same thing as after, yeah. I do agree with Earth is a prison. It is. It is. Hey, Cat and Jack. I did see you a minute ago, but it's been steaming in here. It's steaming up in here. And we're at like an hour and 30 minutes. But today's been the most every time I go in here, it just gets deeper and deeper in here. Yeah. It's simple. Don't become of the world. Yes, the Stoic knows his stuff. I mean, that's why his name is Stoic. That's the greatest advice you can give somebody. Yeah. believe there's only one lifetime, then you're more likely to be afraid instead. You can talk to her when you're awake, Deuce. I'll show I'll show you what it would be like to talk to God. But if you whatever your intention is, God's the main one. But if you want to reach and talk to them, I'll do a demonstration. I don't have no one specific, but mine was to God right there. We were talking. It's literally that easy. Like, because he's always there. Like, people don't even understand. But you can, if you direct the message and think about the person, they will communicate. You'll feel some type of buzz, and you'll just feel out what they're saying. Yeah. Mine's mouth. Well, man, I hope you like your work. I hope you have fun at work. Bless everybody. Stay healthy and strong. Yeah, my whole channel is about spirituality and health. Nice to meet you, Joe. Archons are ultra ancient beings who defy God. Yeah. Someone was just talking about the Archons yesterday. Not in my live, just a video I seen. I didn't get to fully watch it. Crazy looking stash. Heart songs will be heard. I love that. Man, there's a lot of wisdom. There's a lot of wisdom, man. A lot of wisdom out here. I'm gonna need to get something to drink though soon. I'm getting my Patreon up today because I have so many videos, too many videos for YouTube, and I'm gonna have additional ones with sometimes more value, more maybe intimate things on my Patreon. And that's probably gonna be like $20 a month. That way, because I'm so ahead in videos that I don't even shoot videos. So I could push more of my content over there, basically. You could be the caveman I definitely could be the caveman for the Geico commercial. But as we were talking earlier, someone said that I could be for some beef jerky. They called them like Jack Links. I think they're called Jack Links. That person said I could be for that commercial, and I was like, I would do that because I support meat and I support beef jerky. I would go in that commercial. The Geico commercial, maybe. Probably. I feel like I would do it, even though I hate insurance. Yeah, all right, Deuce. I'll see you later. And I'm sorry about the person that passed. And that person is still a part of your heart and your memories. So cherish those. Thank you for the kind words. I've been sitting on my tush for a long time now. Yeah, no, I never heard of Jack Links. I kind of want to see like other advertisements, but I definitely would do that. Oh yeah, trust me, man. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, no disrespect. Just saying you need. Yeah, no one disrespects me. I just, it just matters what I think of myself. More, more so how I feel. If I feel good, then I feel good. It doesn't matter what someone says. Someone can tell me I feel bad, but if I feel amazing, then yeah. But I lie. Everything's like a joke to me. Am I homeless? You know, I think in my mind, first of all, I'd like for there to be more forest and our homes built in with the land in the forest, and then I probably would be homeless. Just like going around, there would be different type of light fixtures, and there'd be woods everywhere. We would all get along. Our neighbors would we would be communicating, working and supplying food and stuff for ourselves. Yeah, it would be I would be homeless, and I've pretty much been homeless. Have I ever listened to Nickelback and actually cried? I like Nickelback, and I feel like I should have cried a couple times. Cause we all just want to be big rock stars. I actually like that song. Yeah, but I know you were just joking. Yeah, yeah. Are the one listen, anybody that dies, the common lay people, when they die, they go to another life that feels way better than this life. This life is can be way harder. The afterlife, the heaven that we speak of, it feels really good. It's way more feeling powerful. When people die, they don't want you to be sad. I understand death is sad and a grieving, but the person just lost their body. Their soul is still very much alive. In fact, it can never die. Even furthermore, you can always, and you probably are, you just don't know, you will always be tied to a certain soul. They're never really gone. When people die, it feels better to be alive on the other side. This, we are in a deeper, more thick dimension. That's why a lot, this is why people are a lot sad and depressed. This is Jim Carrey in a costume. Pharaoh Boo. I like that name. Adrian Casper. We talked about this throughout most of the live to become enlightened. The whole point is to find God, which is enlightenment or our true self. So if we want to start looking for God, we look inside of ourselves. Yes, you are correct. Yeah. You should braid your beard like the Vikings. Yeah, I am gonna. I did have a bead in here, but I took it out. It was in there for like months. I need somebody to do it. I have a pack of beads. I ordered off Amazon. I didn't think to look for Viking ones, but the best looking ones that came up were these Tibetan ones. They just looked the best. So I grabbed them. But I need someone to do it because they're just way too small. They're way too small. Yeah. You've died before. Yeah, my body's been chronically messed up, and I basically was sitting outside the body for 9 years. It's pretty much how I found God and got into spirituality. It's probably the basis of my whole reality and also my YouTube channel. Death, stoic. You're killing it. You've been on some shit lately. Everyone give it up for stoic, because he's for weeks. This man has been just going crazy. Death is our salvation. I like that. I'm gonna have to screenshot that. Screenshot that. Thank you. Listen, there's a lot of stuff about that improve in my life. It already is, but even more so in everybody's life. The whole world is about to change. CBFF said I'm back. Are you really 8 years old? Find God in your pants. I've got it. What is the point of eating healthy? Does this come naturally after enlightenment? Well, when we eat really healthy, then we get, we get most of our energy from eating. So, what most people can't. Everything we eat affects how we feel. Now, it's not that big of a deal, but if we eat all raw food gives us the most energy. Therefore, our chances, it gives us the highest energy eating all raw food. So if we eat all raw food, uh, then we have a higher chance of connecting with God. We also have more energy. And our whole body of a shell that we have is just a certain energy field. We are just energy, though we're in a body. There's so many benefits of eating healthy, though. Yeah. Do you need to? Is a good question. Adrian, is that a guy name or is that a girl name? I guess it's both. You ate. Yeah. Raw foods in general are going to make you feel the best. It's, I was just drinking raw milk. Yeah, I thought you were a dude. It is a unisex name. That's why I had to ask. All the regenerative superpowers are in the fruits and vegetables. It's compatible with the body. Yeah. Well, we've been here for like almost 2 hours, which is probably going to be my longest stream to date. And, and it always gets more intense. I just moved here a couple of weeks ago, and there was a bell. There are also other things. Yeah, well, I'm glad that any food that makes you feel good, Adrian, any food that your body tells you to eat is going to be the best food for you. So that would be eating healthies. But yeah, I think I'll probably get off in 10 minutes. I don't know, unless a whole bunch of people come in here, I'll stay a little longer, but I'm probably going to get off in like 10 minutes. So any last questions about health or the reality world we live in? But I'm trying to come on at least once a day. This is the morning. I'll probably try to come on tonight. So in about 10 to 11 hours, maybe 9 hours, I'll be on for again. I was saying earlier that I'll stay on all day till tomorrow. That was funny as hell when I said that. I mean, I might stay on for a little bit more. Fuck it. I'm thirsty. I drank everything I had, man. I appreciate you, Joe Poe. Yeah, I mean, I really like your symbol. Your name reminds me of Edward Allan Poe, which I kind of like that writer, but I feel like that's the only poetic writer we learned about in school. So contrary. And I was just but I appreciate you. I thought you were already subscribed to my channel. Latinos, yeah, for Trump. Hey, I'm basically for Trump too. We were just talking about this yesterday, and we that's what I was telling about the I know like premonitions. My neighbor had a Trump sign, and I known her for forever, but we don't talk all the time. She's not that person. It's never really been in depth. But I was like, yeah, I support Trump too. I was just talking to her, and she was like, yeah. She's like, yeah. You know what's gonna happen if he doesn't get in office? I was like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. She was like, well, she like waited. We're gonna turn into communism. And I was like, in my mind, or I did say it out loud, we're already living in a communism, basically. We just live in like a broken tiers of communism. From Doors, the movie, Hillbilly Bob. I like hillbillies. Are you a true hillbilly? I never watched The Doors though. I appreciate you stopping by, Joe Pro, or Joe Po. It had started a long time ago. Yeah, people. People are waiting for something that started a long time. That started a long time ago. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta get something to drink though. That's what it's looking like. I sip it down to the last sip, mate. Every last sip. If I was to be like any movie, it would be Pirates of the Caribbean. Like I would be jumping around, taking over people's shit. Then I'd take it. I'll give it back to him later. One place that I really want to go to, kinda, is like Italy, Rome, Croatia, Cyprus. Greece. They have those. We always see it. Like it's just like on the side of a mountain, right next to the beach, the water, super like idyllic housing, and it just looks like I should be there. It just looks so natural. Like really good food, sun. Yeah. It seems like that's a spot to live. But I actually stoic. I might have to go over a mountain in like in 2 weeks. I might have to go over a mountain. I'm gonna be in the mountains, stoic. So you're talking premonitions right now. No, I don't. I don't like leaving the live once I'm like when it's on. Thank you. I'll come back up and stay on for a little longer. That's if people want to wait. Listen, man. Whoever stayed in here, we're staying on here for another 25 goddamn minutes. And I'm about to smoke something before we talk about whatever. Cheers to everybody. Double cheers for the homies. One more cheers. Shit. For all our people that died, but they're just living on the other side. The joke is on us because people when they die are having a funner time. Your dead relatives want you to be happy. Cheers. Cheers, Justine Brazil. I mean, this is the longest live I've ever been on. I'm going to let you know. I've been up here for 2 hours. We'll answer that in the question. We'll answer that question in a second. I don't inhale the first hit. Don't need to. The first hit's just to remind me I don't really need to. I don't need this. And it's to get me ready for the hit to come. So, alright, now that we got this going, and I got my drinks refilled, I'll just go back. I'm just wondering weird or nothing. I'm just wondering what is it like. What's in my jar? This is raw milk. I get it from 2 different places locally. There's only one store, it's the organic store. They have it there. But there's also a different place that I can drive that's not far away. I can drive somewhere else. The second location, and they have it's a dairy farm. It's a famous dairy farm, and they're like an organization. It's the best milk in the world, actually, to be honest. Yeah. So that's where I get the. How are you, Cat and Jack? Are you doing a little better than yesterday? I didn't know you smoked something. I like you more. I don't promote smoking. And I'm only smoking because my body's messed up. I don't smoke that often. Yeah. Two hours ain't nothing. Cheers, Justine, Brazil. 2 hours ain't nothing. Well, Maybe for YouTube live. I'm gonna be going live later. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I'm gonna have to move. I need to move eventually. Like, yeah. Hey, Aaron Hernan Hernandez. That's Mexican for sure. I hope. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. A Rastafarian dude don't promote smoking either. They probably Rastafarians probably want all the smoke for them goddamn selves. That's why they don't promote smoking. They probably smoke on. They probably Jamaica probably smokes on the real weed, and same with Indians. The natural stuff. The natural stuff. Do I agree? Do I agree on what? Ban shivers. Why? So when you move around, you're staying pretty close to the same area. The place that I just moved from 2 weeks ago, it was just a 5 minute move. The neighborhood's really, it's the smallest neighborhood in my city. Literally the smallest neighborhood. It just happened to be the, it's the perfect barrow. So yes, I'm still at the same spot, basically. And my place is the closest to the city. It's like in between suburbs and the city. Yeah. When I move, I'm gonna be moving again. Well, I'm gonna be going to my friends in 2 weeks. There, no, that's I'm gonna be in a whole different state, in a whole different area. I don't know where I'm gonna get milk from there, but we're gonna be in the countryside, so somebody's gonna have something. I'll be like you, Cat and Jack. I'll be on off the grid. I don't know what the Wi-Fi is gonna be like. They have like Wi-Fi, but it is like out back. Giving up on what? Is all wars started by the politics? Probably about 95% of war is politics. Even good people sometimes have to go to war. That's like 5% of the time. Do I think a civil war is going to happen? No, not at all. I don't feel it. Even though the U.S. is beating us down, there's a silent war that's been going on for years. Well, 2 hours is just like a lot to like sit here, and you know, I just didn't expect to sit that long. Well, I'm saying sometimes if evil, it's not even if a lying attacks you and keeps attacking you, yeah, you can fight it off and let it be. You might have to kill that lion. That shouldn't be your go-to option. If people are out to kill you, or you know, they say go to war and fight me, Evil will make good people do that. Now, good people usually, it's just, I can't say all wars are all politics, but yeah, like 95%, 97%. Yeah. I don't believe in it. There's no difference between murder and the killing on the battlefield. Hello from Oakland. Oakland, where? Killer stash reaches farther than my hopes and dreams. I hear raw milk helps a lot of people. Yeah, I believe all milk should be raw, and I also believe I'm a promoter. I'm a huge promoter of raw milk. If you're still in here, sorry that I missed your question. I'm a huge promoter of health and raw milk. When I drink, the first times I've drank raw milk, and plenty of other times, especially if it's your first time drinking it, you'll just feel suddenly happy. You'll feel like a euphoria. Advocate, you're right. Justine, where do you sell? Where do you stay, Justine? Or where do you work at? If you don't mind selling, telling, because not too many places do. Yeah, raw milk is making a comeback anyway, so why don't I drink it straight? My body's messed up, Stoic. I can't drink or eat food. I haven't been able to drink or eat food in 9 years. That's literally one of the reasons because I couldn't drink water. That is the reason why I drink raw milk, because I couldn't drink anything else. And I add sugar to my milk. It's not just milk. That's why I drink what I drink. I don't drink water. Maine, yeah. The East Coast, especially Maine. I want to go to Maine. I've always had this thing in my head. It can be on any coast, but a lighthouse. I've always had an image of a lighthouse, a nice one, on my head. That's an image I always had. Well, yeah, I get basically, other than the farm that I go to, there's a place in the store that gets one store, and it's a East End co-op. So if you work at a co-op in Maine, which you might, um, on the East Coast they sell raw milk, basically. But my local co-op is what sells the raw. It's the only store that sells raw milk. Yeah. Yeah. I've been drinking. I drink all lemonade. So fresh pressed lemonade. So technically, yeah, juice. Orange juice. I love orange juice, but it's too much for my stomach. Phone up somewhere. Maybe later on stream, maybe I'll just go on a walk somewhere. Oh my God. That's hilarious. Cat and Jack. That's freaking hilarious. Yeah, there's something about once we're gone from we give something up and we come back to it, there's just some refreshment, some joy that you get from it. But it kind of sucks because there's some things you just want to have all the time. Oh yeah, this milk hits the milk hits every time. Like when I mean every time, every sip. Thanks everyone for joining. John Short, I don't know why you keep talking about that stuff. But now I have in my mind that you might not be able to see my channel anymore. Because that's what they call it. Hide user from channel. I've been given the vision that I am a lighthouse. You might be the lighthouse I've been seeing all my life, Cat and Jack. I'm glad you had that vision though. Truly am. But yeah, we were talking about earlier. I do kind of like Maine. I know Maine is like hilly and there's some really nice hiking spots up in Maine. And there's something about being right next to the coast where the huge rocks are, the muddy waters, you know, the darkish clouds. Yeah. What about those? But we were talking about earlier, like Italy, Greece, and Rome, they always look like they're always on the side of the cave, a mountain, and the sun's there, beautiful weather, great food. The buildings look beautiful. It just looks like that's the spot to be right near the ocean in like Italy, Croatia, Cyprus, Greece. I'm smoking on the ganja, my friend. Are you saying most drinking water in the world? Or are you just saying in Australia? If there's any survivors. I love drinking milk too. But here, are you saying they have a lot of milk there, Rodrigo? Did you ever watch a movie called Going Further with Woody Harrelson? No, I don't think so. You think I'd really like it? Why is that? Why do you think I'll really like it? Yeah, I don't know. We'll probably end this live soon. Time's just ticking away when you're having fun. This is made of 17% alpaca and whatever 80% plastic. I found that out after I bought it years ago. What happens when we ring a bell? And Cat and Jack, you can't answer this. This actually looks good with this outfit. And my Graham just gave me this. It kind of fits, but I kind of just threw it on. Everything just works out for itself. Hold on one second. It's better to drink pasteurized milk than it is to drink water. Hi, Snoop Dogg. Because it's about their journey on raw food and society's way of viewing a different way of eating. Oh. Is it like is it newer? I thought you were talking about some movies from like the 1950s or 1960s. Did you watch the documentary yourself, Justine? And Brazil, I like that last name. Or that name of your YouTube thing. And do you eat raw food? No, the milk is all commercial and I don't have any farmer connections. Yeah, you gotta search for them. You live, yeah, you should be able to get them, Rodrigo. You're just gonna have to do a little work. Dang, I've been called so many names today. I can't. Sasquatch. I mean, Geico commercial. Jack Link's beef sausage. The trees. And many more. I've been called everything. I want to see some pictures of everybody else. Everyone in here can email me their picture. And the live tonight, the live that I go on later tonight, I'll bring everyone's picture and we'll go through, and we'll identify everybody. We'll say what we want about them. Listen, you can't remember the movie because there's too many. No, 1990 probably. Yes, own it. Dang. Yeah, okay. It sounded like a Woody movie. Here, I gotta write it down. Going further. Okay, that's pretty easy. I'll just remember that. Yeah, well, I promote my health. My channel is spiritual and health. That's all I'm about. I'm gonna be teaching spirituality worldwide next year. The fun never stops. But yeah, that's really cool that you eat 75% raw. Have you tried the raw milk at the store? John Short just lost his privilege because he was saying he's banned from the channel forever. Yeah, yeah. I bought like some really good books years ago, and I gave them out, but I retained what I wanted to retain. Maybe I just wanted to give them books to other people. Yeah, I know what you mean because I would give those books out. They were like the best books I've ever read. Like whatever that I give any advice, like we'll go over the point of my channel and how I came to be. Everyone fucking lies. Full of shit. I got sick of all my life. People tried teaching me things. Whether they're a good teacher, I don't think so, or not. They didn't teach it efficient enough. So, every time someone tried to teach me something, and I will say this, I am a very, very slow learner. Because I take my time. I want to know everything about it. And when I get it, then I become the best that I want to be. At it. So I got sick of everyone lying. So I explain stuff. It's just how I am. I explain stuff very directly. Other people beat around the bush, which is okay to do every once in a blue moon, but I'm not with beating around the bush. A lot of people in India seem to do that. The spiritual people. Now, everyone beats around the bush all around the world, or they lie. Yeah. I don't know what the Hermie principles are, Sir Montana. So I do stuff that works. Yeah, I don't know what the Hermie principles are. No, no milk. Well, you should definitely try, Justine, the raw milk. It, I don't know if you were here when I said this, but when you first drink raw milk, you feel like euphoric. Mac, I don't know what you're talking about, but this is not the first time. I have no clue what you're talking about. Yeah. Raw milk is one of the best foods. And I'm glad that you know, like, thanks for recommending that movie. Yeah. I like, if I was to watch something, I guess I like documentaries. But I haven't really watched stuff like in a real long time. Really long. So, yeah. Well, yeah, it's better to drink milk than it is to drink water. And if you eat a lot of foods with water in them, then you drink less. Yeah. What made you, was it that movie that made you get into like raw foods? Or was it like something that happened in your life? What made you get into raw foods? Yeah, well, for everyone in here, I'll probably be live later tonight in about like 9 hours. And I'll definitely be live tomorrow morning. I'm trying to go each morning. And this is my longest live yet, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah. Well, the winter is colder, but I feel better in the winter. I love the cold air, especially when it comes through the window and smacks you in the face. But the winter is colder, so just like a bear, my favorite animal, we were talking about that earlier, and I'm gonna be around bears in like 2 weeks, coincidentally. I'll probably have one on camera to be honest. Now for yeah, we'll get into all that. But you burn off more energy in the winter if you're outside. And naturally anyway, you're gonna store up more energy because the cold, just because the certain qualities and attributes of the cold, you burn more energy. incidentally. It's not dead. Thanks for the company. No problem. Yeah, it's about sharing a story or education. Yeah, everybody, everybody cross paths. I want to cross everybody's path. That's the type of motherfucker I am. I won't say that again for a while. Yeah, well, I don't know, Justine, if you ever seen my video about how I messed up my life. And I probably have videos way, way, way years ago about it, but yeah. My body got messed up like 9 years ago from the vegan diet, and I've been on a road to recovery up until this very day, and every day I felt like I was gonna die. Yeah, and I'm still getting, yeah, I couldn't eat food basically, and I couldn't drink anything. Yeah, so I basically died and came back. I mean, felt like I was dying every day. Mac, I don't get what you're saying. You know I'm going to somebody before you do it somewhere I want to go out. Yeah, I don't believe in not eating meat. Stoic, there hasn't been a climb. There hasn't been much of a climb at all. It's been a deep abyss that nobody ever wants to go. Yeah, I do eat meat, and I will be hunting in about a couple weeks. I'm an advocate of meat. Yeah, I'm an advocate of meat. In fact, yeah. But yeah, I guess Justine, we have similar paths. I don't, like I said, I don't know where you've seen my channel before. Maybe you just joined. But yeah, you're right about the crossings. The climb I just recently got better like today. You know, people like I, when you when I'm like sitting like outside of the body, it's like you can't you can't miss this. I have the knowing because I seen I wasn't the anything to do with this. You know, you can't miss it. So that's how because I was happy most of my life. I've never been depressed. I was happy most of my life, like one of the happiest people. I didn't, I wasn't aware of what was going on, but then, my health crashed, and then I seen the spiritual, why I'm really here. Yeah, but I'm still recovering. Like, it's fucked up, like, real bad. Nothing changed to make me unhappy. I couldn't eat anything. Every day, it felt like my soul was gonna leave the body through the top of my skull. Every second, I was like shaking inside eternally from starving, from the malnutrition, from not eating meat. And then when I went back to eat meat after 2 years of not eating any meat, it was too late. My body wasn't digesting it. And then this is when one day I just woke up outside of my body. And then very soon after that, I couldn't eat any more vegan food. I couldn't eat. I felt like my whole body was just on fire. And then I couldn't eat the meat. I knew I needed the meat. It was too late. But I never had any clear signals on the vegan diet to go eat meat. By then, within a month, I just couldn't, after I was sitting outside my body, I was sitting, I couldn't eat food anymore. Then I couldn't drink anything. And it was every single day. Torment and hell. So I don't give a shit what anybody has to say in the whole entire world. Because I know the truth. We can amen. No, my hair was just always losing. There's other reasons for that too. But nothing has made me unhappy. I, yeah, I've been falling for a long time. You don't sound like you're falling though. I appreciate that, Magnus. But what I'm saying is, I wasn't like, I was getting into like spirituality, and I already knew about the economy. I knew about the economy as soon as I got my first job at 16. I knew about the government. So I knew about it. We have a feeling inside of us, even when we're kids. We're just taught not to listen to it. The answers to all of our life are inside of us. So when I've been sick, my intuition, I couldn't even tap into my intuition. It was hell because I was shaking internally every second. But anyways, other than that, that's only going to happen to like 1 in a billion persons. Probably like nobody. You always have, even when you were a child, intuition's telling you something's not right when you're in school. You're not getting the problems because you weren't meant to get them. They don't need solved. The math problems. We always have this underlying feeling. Intuitively, why you don't shave the eyebrow bridge? That's an easy question. Because I wanted to look a little more insane. I wanted to grow it out. And yeah, I like it. But I've actually been trying to grow it out. I've made a video about it. And we've talked about this a few times over the lives. But no one said anything. Well, basically my sickness, Cat and Jack, mine is what made me found spirituality and God. Well, that and also questioning life and it happened during the process. So, yeah. I can't say it was just because of that, but yeah, I guess it happened during that. Yeah, every whatever happens in anybody's life is a test that it's a test that really you set up. Everything that happens in our life, all the people you come into contact to, it's already pretty much predetermined. And the worst part is you set it up. It's just to remind you. We're just here to wake up to God. If we find God right now, which we can, and it's the biggest goal in human life, most people just don't know, because it's inside of us. So when before you learn any words, before you even speak, inside of us, something keeps us alive, dummy. Okay, dummy. No one knows this because we have all this. We have a circus in front of us. We don't need eyes to see this. There's a feeling that beats seeing, that beats hearing, that beats thinking. You guys are thinking but there's a feeling that keeps us alive. And you won't be thinking when you feel this. It's the best feeling in the world, and it's God. So we don't die when we find this. Only people who don't find this go to an afterlife. This is the afterlife. This is and can be the afterlife. I already said this earlier, I'll say it again. The churches and religions has played a joke. We think we're living now, we're not living until we find God. Really. And that's the best feeling. When we die, we go and live more extremely than we do here. They say when they've mixed the words around, when you die from heaven, you die. You go down here, a fallen angel. So in heaven is the life that you died to this. This is the heaven basically, and there's the real life. But obviously, because people have fallen, this is a free will. That's why we can make our own world. Yeah, you have to forget. When you're born into a body, knowledge is kept from you, but it can be tapped back into. Knowledge isn't in the body. It's just a code of light. It's just a code. Just like gems. Gems can hold memory. Memory's held in the field. That's why you can't escape karma. Yeah, I'm on fire, man. But you're allowed to think whatever you want. Love from West Virginia. Thank you, Skylar Price. Have a good one, Nico. Thanks for coming through. So, yes, there is lessons in darkness and sickness. We don't need to know our hurdles because most people, 97% of people, they're, what they need to do is right there. They might have to go change the job, go live in a van. It starts with the steps of what you want to do, because what you want to do is what you want to do. But people don't go and do something. And so once you're just, and then you go just do some nonsense with if you don't do something, society is going to mold something that you have to do. Yeah. I don't know about quantum mechanics. I'm probably going to get off in a couple minutes because we've been in here for like 3 hours. People that do suicide, they just have to come back and not do suicide next time. May go to a different world. If we can see our past lifetimes, there's past life regressions. There's also techniques if we really want to see. Everything I know, you know too. Yeah, this is the longest live ever. I appreciate for the whole live, man. This was the most burning one yet. It gets better every time. I will be here tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern, and I'll probably be here tonight, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. I appreciate everyone coming through. If we find ourselves and take time, look inside of ourselves, then you find the world. You'll know all you need to know. So if we don't like this life, we can end it and start a new one. Well, if someone's really contemplating suicide, yeah, you always get a new one. But your goal would then to beat suicide, even if you did get another body. So technically, your goal would be to beat suicide, then do whatever else you have to do. The biggest thing overall is to find God. Super epic. Thanks, man. Yeah, I got a lot of compliments. I appreciate all the compliments on the mustache because, it's so funny. Like people didn't hate on my mustache, but they would always tell me to shave all my hair, and society kind of like hates that sometimes. But a lot of people give me compliments now, and I just want to say I thank every one of you motherfuckers. It means a lot to me because I got a lot of scrutiny. This is the longest I grow all my hair, and it's never coming off. You only live once. That's true. That's true in a sense because your spirit is God. And yeah, you do. Everything has a double standard. But we're going to get off of here. I thank everyone for coming through and representing. I have to move. But I really appreciate being here. It was the best one. I'll see everyone soon.